Hello, welcome to Moonflower Tarot. Before I begin, I just want to remind you that I now have an Etsy page where you can get personal email readings from me, and the link to that Etsy page is in the description box below. So without further ado, let's start. So the purpose of this video or tarot reading is to figure out what's next in life. So what's coming up in your life? What's the next new exciting thing or change or whatever it is, whatever it might be, let's figure it out. So we have 3 piles here, 1, 2, 3. Each one has a crane on top of it. So I'm going to count down from 10, and that's going to give you 10 seconds to decide between the 3 piles starting now. And don't think about it too much. Just go with the first paper crane that resonated with you from the beginning. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so if you've made your choice, I'm going to go right ahead and go with the first paper crane, and I'm going to move the other paper cranes out of the way. Okay, so let's figure out what's coming up for the first group. So what's next in life for the first group for this crane? So let's see. Actually, I think I'm going to have to move the other cranes completely out of the way because these cards are actually kind of jumbo sized today. So just bear with me. I'm going to move the whole thing out of the way so we can make lots of space here. Okay, so now we have the whole surface. So what's next in life for group 1 for this crane? So we have the 9 of Swords, we have the Queen of Wands, and then we have the Fool, we have, okay, let me try to fit this all into one shot. These are very jumbo sized cards. We have the Moon, we have the 9 of Cups, and then we have the 10 of Wands. Okay, so immediately here I'm seeing that you've had some heartbreak in your past, which led to some insecurities, as represented by the 9 of Wands, which usually indicates some anxiety or some kind of insecurities or paranoia, possibly due to some past event in your life. I'm getting a vibe of a bit of heartbreak here. I'm getting some strong earth sign placements from you, just looking at this. Either earth or fire. So earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and then some fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. You might have some of those placements in your astrological chart. So yeah, I'm seeing there was a bit of heartbreak. This led to a bit of a recovery, I think. Phase where you went through a bit of recovery. I think you're actually recovering now, or you have recovered, or you're almost finished recovering from that heartbreak, as indicated by the Fool, which usually indicates that you've kind of come full circle and come back to square one, which means that I think you have done the work and you've done the heart healing, and you've really come a long way since that heartbreak. And I think there's really been some healing here. You're kind of getting more in tune, I think, with I'm getting this energy of sensuality. Like you're getting more in tune with your sensuality somehow, I think, in that process of healing. Yeah, and I am getting strong earth and fire placements in your astrological chart. And then here we have the Moon. So there's something definitely coming your way that involves matters of the heart that's hidden. I'm getting this energy of someone or something that you can't quite see, but it's going to be positive because the Nine of Cups really indicates like, beautiful, happy events, like really like wishes and dreams coming true when it comes to matters of the heart. And I think because you've done the work, because you've really worked on yourself, healing, heart healing, really, mending those past wounds, and working on your insecurities and your sort of traumas, emotional traumas that you've had in the past, that's really paying off as you come back to square one, as you heal. It's almost like I'm getting this energy of like a wound in your heart that you've really been nursing, that you've been taking care of. You've had it bandaged up, it's healing, and like, the scabs and the wounds, it's almost done healing. And that's why you're going to attract this beautiful energy into your life, because I think with healing comes, beautiful things. But you can't really move on fully unless you first heal. So I think it's really important to first do the work, do the healing, the heart healing. But because I think you've been doing that, this Nine of Cups energy is coming in. It's some kind of, I think, love relationship or dynamic that you've been really sort of waiting for, that's right for you, that you've been kind of like waiting for, maybe manifesting towards you. And as indicated by the moon, it's like, I think maybe like a secret admirer or someone or something in your midst that's just right around the corner. You can't quite see it, but it's barely in the moonlight. You can see some bits and pieces of it, some clues that's headed your way. But I'm really getting strongly like a secret admirer, like somebody who has their eye on you. They might know about the past, they might not. But I'm seeing here that if you do enter a relationship next, I think you should eventually share this with this person. I mean, you don't have to tell them everything, obviously. You don't have to tell them like air all your dirty laundry. But it is, I think, key in expressing, that I need to share this with you a little deeper into the relationship. When you're decided to enter a relationship with this person, it might be important to say, I have something to tell you, and just kind of share a little bit about, maybe your past, give a brief explanation. You don't have to get really in depth about it, but you could tell them, why you have certain insecurities, why some things might trigger you in the relationship or in love dynamics due to some past experience. And I think it's important, if you really believe that you trust this person and that you really value them, you value each other, and it's like a mutually respectful relationship, I think it is important to communicate these things with them, because I think that'll add more transparency, more clarity, and ultimately more strength in the love dynamic here. Here I'm seeing that you do still have some remnants of this hurtful past experience when it comes to love. You're still kind of carrying that. It's not completely, it's like you have forgiven and you've healed, but you have not forgotten. So you have forgiven but not forgotten, essentially. It's like you still kind of remember, and it, like this situation of sort of like pain, like as indicated by this card, I'm getting this image of like crying on the phone about something, like it was kind of a hurtful experience, where but you did do the heart healing. You did work on yourself to heal this past wound, and I think the more and more you heal, this beautiful loving energy is going to be coming towards you from the universe. But you really do have to heal first. But it is, I'm seeing here once again, peeking around the corner, sort of hidden in the, just barely showing in the moonlight, but it's there. I think really this is a case of a secret admirer, or maybe they're just kind of, they've been admiring you from afar, and they're just kind of waiting for the right moment to come in and really, start this beautiful dynamic with you. And I think the more, you should definitely still work on healing. That's always important. And so let's look at some more imagery here that we might have for you guys that might be significant. So here we have grace. So yeah, this is definitely an indication of some strong earth placements in your chart. A lot of Taurus energy. I'm getting a lot of Venusian energy, so possibly Taurus or Libra, but I am really getting strong earth placements. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo in your astrological placements. But this is definitely an indication that you should always remember to act with grace. I think you already have an air of grace about you. You are kind of elegant. You respect yourself. You respect others. And I think this is just a reminder to continue doing that, continue being classy, continue, like you do you, like continue being elegant and graceful, because there are people watching, like that secret admirer, like I mentioned earlier, or secret admirers, like plural, maybe there's more than one. But yeah, just remember that everything you do, when somebody sees that, they're going to form an opinion. I'm not saying that you should overly care about what other people think of you, but it is important to be conscientious and really act from the heart when it comes to acting with grace and elegance. But I'm seeing with this energy, all this energy, I'm seeing that you are naturally a pretty graceful, classy person. So yeah, just keep it up. That's your strength, I think, here. So here we have some more imagery that might be significant. So we have the Queen of Miracles. This is a genderless reading, so you can ignore the gender of the card, but yes, so this is about miracles. So I think with this card, it's really saying to allow yourself to be positive, to have hope, regardless of this past pain. Don't be afraid to heal and open your heart again to beautiful events, beautiful energy that's coming towards you, and obviously secret admirers in your midst, to really see this graceful energy that you have and ultimately really admire it. Yeah, so believe in miracles. Allow yourself to, really believe, like, when something good happens, don't be suspicious about it. I mean, obviously, use common sense, but don't think like, oh, this never happens, or this can't possibly happen to me, or this really beautiful things don't happen like this. Well, just have faith and believe that sometimes they do. Sometimes really good things, miracles really do happen. Just things that you thought would never happen, just beautiful events, experiences, gifts, things like that really do come in, as long as you, allow yourself to be receptive to these things, and once again, really work on this heart healing, because that's where it all starts. So let's look at one last piece of advice for you guys. Here we have Peony, which represents health. Focus on all parts to make the whole. So I think this one is just a reminder to, focus on your health. And it's not just physical health. I mean, without health, once again, without health, you have nothing. But it's not just about physical health. I mean, this could also be emotional, spiritual health, mental health, but along with the physical as well. I mean, you may want to maybe do some light exercise. I mean, you can find like exercise videos on YouTube, or stretching maybe every day, going outside for a stroll, and obviously being safe about it given the times, and also sleeping well, getting a lot of sleep, thinking positive thoughts, surrounding yourself with things that are positive, energy wise. Make sure that you're not absorbing any heavy, like, negative energies around you. Just be conscientious of that, of the environment that you have around you. Make sure that the things that you are ingesting and consuming, not just food wise, but energy as well, make sure that it's healthy and uplifting, and that's ultimately not bringing you down. You want positive influences. You want to surround yourself with positive things as much as possible, as much as you can. And the things that you can't control, like for example, let's say you have a boss who might be kind of toxic or, something, but you can't really get away from that because, it's your job. If it gets really bad, you might want to look for another job, like keep your eye out for another job. But if it's really something that you can't control like that, that's external, try to do the best that you can, but learn when to walk away, learn when to just be like, okay, this is the best I can do, and then just to really just put it out of your mind. Don't let your mind linger on negative people or negative situations that are beyond your control, because in the end, when you do that, when you're lingering, you're giving them power. You're giving these negative heavy energies power to infiltrate your life, and you really don't want to do that. So make sure that you're really filtering the things that come into your life, whether it's energy, anything at all. It's really important to surround yourself and consume and ingest, positive things, uplifting things, things that are good for you inherently. So, and instinctively. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share if this resonated with you. Group 1 for this crane, I just want to remind you that I now have an Etsy page where you can get personal email readings from me, and the link to that Etsy page is in the description box below. So without further ado, I'm gonna get straight into group 2. Let me just very quickly move these cards out of the way. We actually have a lot of cards here, jumbo sized cards, but just gonna very quickly move them out of the way, and let's get straight into group 2. So this crane. So what do we have for you guys? What do we have for you guys? So what's coming up next in your life? What's the tea? What is entering your life next? Let's see what's gonna happen for this crane for you guys. Let's see. Okay, so here we have, let me tell you what we got. We have the 8 of Pentacles, we have the 9 of Pentacles, we have 3 of Cups, we have the 6 of Wands, and then we have the Empress, and then we have the 6 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, so this is pretty loud and clear to me when I look at this spread. Okay, so you guys, for group 2, you've been really putting in the work. I think when it comes to work or creative pursuits, side hustle, whatever it is, you've really been diligent. You've been like on the straight path. You've just been putting your head down, really working, and it's really paying off. Like with this 9 of Pentacles, this really indicates that things are really going to pay off when it comes to finances, when it comes to your creative passions. They're going to blossom and grow. This is a really fruitful time coming up. It's really bountiful, abundant energy. And also a big part of that here is community, like bonding with your group or with people, new ideas, sharing new ideas and passions with a community or group of people, with friends, family. I think that's really pivotal here, really important here in order to grow these passions or things that are adding to your the financial department of your life. And then here we have the 6 of Wands. So this indicates victory over certain things. So if you've been really like working long hours, working away at a job or creative pursuit or side hustle of some kind, just know that you will emerge victorious. Something like a windfall of money or something really abundant or prosperous is coming in here, coming in real soon, especially with 3 of Cups. I think the more and more you bond with your community or group and friends and, maybe networking, given the times, maybe even virtual networking, I think that's really going to pay off here. Here we have the Empress. So yeah, you are really entering like this prosperous, abundant time. I'm getting this image of like fruit growing, plants, flowers budding, just like harvest. Maybe even, this could even indicate like the birth of a new child, or even conception. So if you're female and you're looking to conceive, this could indicate pregnancy. Just really fruitful, abundant energy. And then here we have the Six of Pentacles. So this is, yes, you're gonna really be reaping what you sow, basically. You know, all that hard work is going to pay off. Six of Pentacles indicates, you know, you're going to be in a place of generosity, or someone in your life, maybe that you meet through networking or groups or family or your community. They're going to be, I think, maybe helping you or being generous with you here. Maybe you have like a nonprofit or some kind of charity or something, or some group endeavor. People are going to be generous here with that. I think this is really also an indication that the universe is going to be generous with you, and that's the energy that's upcoming. So that's great. So let's look at some more information here. So here we have protection. Okay, so I'm seeing here that with all of this bounty, this amazing, fruitful, abundant, prosperous energy really entering, circulating around you, coming in, I'm seeing there is still a need for protection, because, you know, with a surge of all this bounty, all this, you know, beautiful energy and prosperity, abundance, you're going to have some haters. You're going to have some, you know, people giving you the evil eye, sending you some haterade. But I think you should just kind of let it move through, let it, you know, just kind of just brush it off, and you do you. And also, you may want to still exercise some protection, like maybe wear some evil eye jewelry. You could even, you know, like draw an evil eye and like post it up somewhere, you know, if that makes you feel safe. Maybe put some crystals around, like where the sun or moon beams hits your house. You could even sprinkle salt in your entryways. But this is just all, you know, things that are gonna make you feel better. And if it doesn't make you feel better, then there's no need to do it. But you could also smudge. There's smudge kits you can get online. You can even burn some white sage, like a white sage candle. All you have to do is light a candle, and you know, it's just gonna you need to like cleanse your energy periodically, because with, you know, abundance and prosperity, you're always gonna have people who see that and they're gonna think, oh, that person doesn't deserve this, or, you know, why don't I have that? Or, you know, there's gonna be people who just have a hard time with seeing people become abundant, become prosperous, especially if they don't feel like they could obtain that themselves, especially if they're just in a place where they just have a hard time seeing that growth in others. So you might need some protection here against that kind of energy. But really, I think the key here is not to linger in it, not to take it personally, just, you know, really focusing on the positivity in your life, because, you know, unfortunately in this world, especially on social media, you're going to have a lot of haters, especially people who may be envious or maybe going through a rough patch. And, you know, it just makes it harder for them to see people undergoing growth. You know, it's difficult for some people to see that and be happy about it. So here's another piece of imagery that might be significant. So here we have Queen of Feminine Power. So those of you watching, this is a genderless reading, so you could just ignore the gender of the card. However, this is about feminine power. So if you're female watching this, I think maybe there's been an energy recently swirling around you of a bit of masculine energy, which is, you know, like go, 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 like straight arrow. It's very like one track minded. It's very like doing, you know, external energy that you're putting out as you're achieving, as you're knocking out those goals. But that is categorized as masculine energy, and this doesn't have anything to do with gender. This is more about putting out energy, which is considered masculine energy in the spiritual realm, and receiving receptivity, that's more so feminine energy. So I think here there's a message saying to to be able to, to allow yourself to receive, because I think it is important to have that external sort of masculine energy sometimes, like at work, or, when you're really trying to achieve things in life, when you're really trying to get things done, knock things out of your to-do list, cross things out on that list. However, there is such an importance, especially if you're feminine energy watching this, to practice feminine power. And that means allowing yourself to receive from people, allowing yourself to receive help from others, really taking the time out of your day to nurture you. And I mean, like a personal spa day. Like, you don't even have to go to an actual spa. You can just have a spa day at home. You can do like microdermabrasion with like a scrub. You can maybe paint your nails, give yourself like a skincare routine. You can even do like a coconut oil mask, and obviously this is for like my feminine energy, or even like a male masculine energy out there. If you feel like you need like a me day, to relax, for some self-care, but yeah, like a coconut oil hair mask, that's something that's really easy to do. It's just kind of like a treat for yourself. It just really improves the health of your hair. Really, you just put a bit of like coconut oil at the ends of your hair, and then you just like wrap it in a towel, wait for 30 minutes, put your timer on for 30 minutes, and then take the towel off, wash it out, and it's just this like beautiful recovery in your hair. It just adds like moisture and like shine, and it's just okay. I guess that was kind of going off on a tangent, but I've tried it and I really, really enjoy that. So it's just an example, another example of like self-care, maybe even maybe even like meditation, maybe yoga, maybe even like, giving yourself that extra time to have like a, glass of wine, enjoy, like a nice book or something, just giving yourself that time to just like emotionally nurture yourself, mentally nurture yourself, physically, maybe cooking yourself a really nice, nutritious meal, that has a lot of nutrients, things that come from the earth that is really good for you, is really nourishing your feminine energy. And also, if you're feminine, another way to connect with your feminine power is to surround yourself with other feminine energies and really bond with each other when it comes to bonding emotionally. You can even even so much as doing things like knitting, and knitting in a group, or doing something creative together, like painting. I think nowadays painting and wine, like doing that together in combination, is really popular. And creativity, practicing creativity, like so drawing, painting, making things with your hands, or even another thing is like taking a long bath. You could put like some flower petals, like rose petals in there, some lavender, bath salts. You can, there's so many things you can do that really just enhance your like feminine power sort of energy. You could even connect with nature. You can put out like flowers and plants in your home. There's like a gazillion different ways to connect with yourself spiritually and really enhance that feminine power, and grow that receptivity. Allow yourself to receive from the universe. Allow yourself to receive help. Like if somebody offers you a helping hand, don't be defensive about it. Don't, be like, oh, I can do it myself. Maybe say yes, like, sure, why not? Doesn't hurt anything to receive. So allow yourself to be that feminine receptive vessel, and these things will further come into your life, this prosperity and abundant energy. But I think that you already are pretty connected with your feminine energy, which is why these things are happening. But I think this card is really symbolizing the importance of remembering that this is a bit of a superpower that you do want to work on periodically. Let's see a last piece of advice here for group 2. So we have agapanthus, we have words of love. Speak with your heart. So I think this is a message to maybe reconnect with people, friends, family that you haven't really had a chance to connect with for a while. Offer words of love. It's like, when you're in that situation where you really love and care about someone, or like a group of friends, or like your sisters, siblings, brothers, maybe even cousins that you haven't really talked to in a while because life has been busy. Well, reach out to them, really offer your support to them, especially during this time. And yeah, don't be afraid to express those words of love. Don't be afraid to really speak with your heart, be compassionate, reach out to them. Maybe even do, given the times, do like a virtual, face-to-face, like, bonding time. You could even do like a wine night with like an old group of friends, virtually. You can do you can do, like even like a cocktail night, or something, or even like a virtual book club. I mean, there's just so many ideas, but you understand what I mean. But this is a really prosperous spread, so I'm really liking this energy for you guys. So like, comment, subscribe, share if this resonated with you. And I just want to remind you again, group 2 for this crane, that I now have an Etsy page where you can get personal email readings from me, and the link to that Etsy page is in the description box below. So without further ado, I'm going to move straight into the third group. Last but not least, the third group. I'm just going to move these cards out of the way. Okay, so here we have the third group. So for this crane, so what do we have coming in for group 3? So what do we have coming in for you guys when it comes to what's next in life? So what is next in your life? What's coming up next? What is the universe sending your way? Let's see. So we have Ace of Cups, the Hierophant, the Seven of Cups, and then we have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Page of Wands, and then we have the High Priestess. Okay, so let's see. Let me just put all this together. Okay, so I'm seeing that there was a time, I think up until recently, where you felt like your heart was kind of closed for some reason, maybe due to, I'm getting some like past wounds, like emotional wounds, maybe from childhood, that maybe show up intermittently in your life periodically, maybe due to I'm getting even some kind of ancestral like trauma that you might have overcome. But the good news is that coming up, I mean, I see your heart chakra really opening, and this isn't like a small like thing. I think maybe your heart has been gradually recovering, has been gradually opening, and soon it's really gonna just open, like wide open, and it's really gonna allow for the sunshine, positivity to come in here. And then here we have the Hierophant. So I think there might be some importance here in looking into your past when it comes to this sort of healing of the heart chakra. I think there might have been some kind of emotional wound or something that you might not quite realize completely. You might not realize how much it has affected you in your adult life, but it is definitely something that you should sort of look into, maybe take a moment to think about it, like how is my past impacting my current life, and maybe I'm getting a sign that maybe you've tried counseling and therapy, so that might be helpful here. But I am definitely getting this vibe that it's important to reconnect with your past. And also this could even be an importance in reconnecting with, where you come from. Like your roots, like reconnecting with your roots if you've been kind of, falling out of touch with that, your ancestral ties. I'm getting like an importance in really doing that. And then here we have the Seven of Cups. So I'm seeing that you have been manifesting things towards you without even realizing it. And I think the whole connecting with your roots, connecting with your past, sort of coming to terms with your past is really going to add to this manifestation and this heart chakra, like your heart chakra opening. You might even want to look up how to open my heart chakra, how to unblock my heart chakra. That could be helpful. Here we have the Three of Pentacles. So I'm getting here that someone or some people that you might work with, there's some significance with that, like some kind of team or group that you work with on something. This could even be people that you work with when it comes to a creative endeavor or personal passion. But I'm seeing here there's going to be some really positive energy from that that's going to help you open your heart chakra, is ultimately working on something with a group. When it comes to something that you're passionate about, something that really comes from the heart here is really going to help you further open your heart chakra. Here we have Page of Wands. So yeah, if you are passionate about something that you've always just wanted to pursue, like some kind of goal or learning something new or pursuing something new, I'm seeing here that you should, and maybe look for groups, look for niches of people, groups of people, organizations, groups, maybe even virtual groups who are passionate about the same thing, and really bond with them over that. Find your community of fellow, it could even be like underwater basket weavers or whatever you're passionate about. It's really important to connect with, I'm seeing here, a group or community of people that share that passion, and that's a way to really open your heart chakra and really manifest these things, positivity into your life. And here we have the High Priestess. So yeah, I'm getting that you may be into or benefit from some kind of spirituality when it comes to like a bit of alternate spirituality. You could even create like your own spiritual altar. There are ways to do that. You can get smudge kits online. You can connect, even if it's just connecting with nature, or taking a little bit of time out of the day, like every morning, to maybe center yourself with a singing bowl, like a Tibetan singing bowl, or even just lighting a candle, and maybe just doing some breathing exercises or yoga. I'm seeing that you can really benefit from that. I'm also seeing that maybe creating like a spiritual altar. Once again, you can Google how to do that. It's a really easy way just to take things that you bond with, like your favorite crystals, things that you find in nature that you connect with, pieces of art, or certain little things, little knickknacks that you value,